Angel Reese was older, I would have gotten on her about what she just said. Because I would have been like, how naive can you be?
The most recent comedy show featuring none other than Angel Reese has the WNBA
Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the basketball floor. Plain and simple.
It's genuinely absurd. How does she believe she has what it takes to outperform Clark, the player who makes history every season? Reese has only mastered making fun of herself, but who knows? Maybe she's winning awards for being pathetic. Before Reese talks about taking over the WNBA, she might want to check her reputation first. Shifting coaches won't make her the highlight. She needs to change her attitude first.
Look, Angel Reese, there's nothing that she does where you go, did you see her?
Angel Reese seems to believe that working with David Alexander, LeBron James's trainer, will make her the next big thing in women's basketball. Yes, it seems like working with one of the best trainers in the world will make her superhuman and ready to dethrone Caitlin Clark. However, while Reese is out there doing whatever it is that involves perfecting her general movement patterns, Caitlin Clark is busy actually improving her shooting and playmaking. You know what matters when you're trying to be the best player on the court. So good luck. Angel Clark is honing the skills that have already left you in the dust while you're working on whatever it is. Reese may have had a good time at LSU, but assuming she's on par with Clark is like saying you're going to release a new album after 5 minutes of singing in the shower. That's not competitive, it's delusional. Although Clark is the queen of basketball overall, Reese may have been the queen of LSU. While Caitlin is already out there reinventing the entire game, Reese is out there boasting about surpassing Clark. However, please tell me more about how you plan to dethrone a legend before you've even begun practicing in the professionals.
Camille, this is the most we've ever lost in our life. I only lost 7 games in my last 2 years at LSU. So it's been hard for me, but adjusting and just kind of have that mindset of just moving on has been something I try to give myself a little bit of grace.
Now, let's go back to the 2023 NCAA championship. You remember it? Reese was trying desperately to steal Clark's glory with that childish taunt, flipping the "you can't see me" gesture right back in Clark's face. Oh, that was a moment, all right, but for all the wrong reasons. While Reese was busy playing WWE with her hand gesture, Clark was out there, effortlessly outscoring everyone, including Reese. Reese's big move was a flimsy attempt to make herself relevant by trying to steal the show for only 5 seconds. Reese was merely acting to get attention. This isn't the case.
There is no one like Caitlin Clark in the history of the WNBA.
Speaking of statistics, let's say that Reese's WNBA debut was unimpressive. Caitlin Clark, on the other hand, lights up the league with an average of 19.2 points per game and racks up assists as if she's been playing for years. In contrast, Reese scores 13.6 points per game, which is nearly 6 points less than Clark, in case anyone missed it. Oh, and don't forget that Clark led all rookies and contributed 8.4 assists per game. What was Reese doing? She was still learning how to consistently make shots, but she gave it her all. Now, let's move on to the Rookie of the Year award. Reese only made it to the finals, which sounds like a participation trophy at this point. Clark didn't just win. She entered the league and made it plain that she was prepared to rule, and now she's out there attempting to catch up. Clark claimed that trophy with easily. It wasn't even close.
But they still ask you about Rookie of the Year. Yeah. What is your stance on that?
So my whole thing was when I got drafted, number 7. So I'm like, cool. The pressure is not even on me because I'm drafted 7, so the pressure shouldn't be up there. So I'm like, all right, cool. I can just hoop. So I don't know when it started to just break out where I was just in Rookie of the Year conversations. I'm like, all right, cool.
It's because you started killing it.
Well, yeah.
They say, but wait, things will get better. Reese's life off the court has truly turned into a circus. She signed a shoe deal with Reebok, which is really revolutionary for someone who hasn't even shown that she can consistently perform at the highest level. While Clark is out, she's busy posting about her lifestyle on Instagram, which is cute and all, but if you think that will help you beat Clark, then good luck. But let's talk about money, because Reese loves to talk about it. She's out there highlighting her WNBA salary of $73 for $39 and talking about how expensive life is. Reese honey, You're not exactly living in a mansion in Beverly Hills, and perhaps it's time to start budgeting better. In the meantime, Clark is managing her business with an eye toward the game and is obviously not concerned with the price of a Starbucks latte. Let's now discuss this unmatched league, which Reese hopes will be her big break. With 34 of the best players in the world, this 3x3 league is scheduled to begin play in January 2025, and yes, it's a huge thing. It's not just about the money or the headlines. It's about actual performance, and right now, Reese's performance doesn't scream "I'm ready for this competition." Rather, it screams "I need a lot of work." Now, when all these elite athletes come together, she's walking into a lion's den. I understand that she will make $250,000 for the 8-week season, which is a huge step up from her meager $81,000 yearly WNBA salary, and that's great. But here's where things get even more interesting. Reese is entering a league with some of the world's most talented players. Yes, Reese, you may have your sights set on the spotlight, but when it comes time to play, the spotlight will be on those who can truly bring it. If Reese believes that showing up and having fun will make her the next big thing, she's in for a harsh wake-up call. Critics are already calling this an overestimation, and to be honest, they may have a point. Yes, this league will be exciting and full of top-tier talent, but Reese isn't even close to the caliber of players who have already proven themselves at that level, so while she might get exposure, she could also get exposed. This league might reveal how much behind Reese is from Clark and perhaps even show how far she still has to go before she is on the same playing field if she doesn't improve.
I think it's really just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans that are like, they ride for her. And I respect that respectfully, but sometimes it's very disrespectful. I think there's a lot of racism when it comes.
And this is a reality check. When it comes to professional basketball, if you want to challenge the greatest, you better have the skill to support it right now. Reese can talk all she wants about outperforming Clark, but in the end, that's just cheap talk that won't get you anywhere. Reese's mouth is doing more work than her game. She's got all these bold claims, but the problem is she doesn't have the skills to turn them into reality. Clark has already proven she's the real deal, and Reese is still stuck in the "I'll get there someday" phase. And let's not ignore the fact that while Reese is training with one of the best in the business, Clark is still out there grinding away, putting in the work that counts. You can't buy your way into being the best. You can't just train with a top trainer and expect to suddenly be able to take down a legend. It takes years of dedication, consistent effort, and most importantly, talent. While Reese is busy getting coached up on her general movement patterns, Clark is making history every time she steps on the court. So when Reese says she's going to dethrone Clark, well, let's just say the only thing she's going to be dethroning as herself from reality, this unrivaled league. Yeah, it's a great opportunity for Reese to get some exposure. But let's be real, it could also be the place where the gap between her and Clark becomes even more painfully obvious. Talking about taking over is simple when no one is truly challenging you, but when you face real elite competition, things get difficult. At this point, Ari is still far below Clark's level. If she doesn't improve and quit acting like she's already there, she will become a footnote in Clark's journey rather than the one to dethrone her.